Ish. What's up? What's up?
Hey everybody.
Hey, so tonight is going to be real dope. We got some latecomers, so they coming in a little bit. So we're going to wait for some people to get in, and then we're going to make it happen. So we just keep it right here for now. What happened now? Oh, okay. I think the music took the whole vibe away, didn't it?
It could be like a little song.
Yeah, I think we do that.
Yeah. We just make sure we relax to this music.
I'm about to go to society and get all upset.
You can get him to the curb, man. We can get him to the curb, and he not in the video.
Okay, they pulling up. Late sales.
We're canceling Pastor Jane. We canceling.
Oh,
Somebody call him.
my daughter, Freeman.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us.
All right.
Thanks for joining us. Hey Rakia, Tabitha, hey Crystal, hey Patricia. How are you guys? Shakiva, hey. Okay, so tonight, Pastor Jay and I invited some guests to join us
What's up?
for conversations with George and Marquita. We have
I'm gonna need
a
my
couple
glasses.
of, yeah, you're gonna need your glasses. We have a couple of latecomers that have just arrived. So once they get here, then we'll get settled and we'll get started.
And then we introduce y'all to who's who. What up, Donisha?
Hey there.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be some conversation tonight. What's up, everybody? You got it? You said they just pulled up?
Yeah, well, I just saw a couple of them.
Okay, cool. All right. Oh yeah. All right, who else coming in? What's up, Charnel? So we talking about being young and single tonight. All right, you got it. Baby, hand in, hand in.
MG3 in the building. MG3 in the building.
Hi, Jerry. How you doing?
Yeah, all right.
We're gonna come over here.
Hey dear, Danisha. Hey. Look, Marcella.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always got.
Come on, MG3.
Go ahead, y'all shout out.
All right, so first, let me introduce y'all. Y'all got to get this introduction. So, Zakaria, you already know him. Marcella, this is Dale, Jeff, and Jared. Regine, that's Dale, Jeff, and Jared. All right, so you want to come over here?
Yeah.
All right.
Or do you want to go on over there? Because it's gonna be a wide.
It's too wide.
I say y'all make some runs.
Yeah, it's too wide.
As
All right, yeah. Y'all come over here. Y'all come over here.
wide as possible.
Where were they comfortable?
It's all right. Don't try to be comfortable. Adjust.
All right, so we're talking about being.
Bundt cake. Zucchini,
I said, you gotta get ugly offline. Y'all want to go right? Okay. Just know it's this kitchen.
As long as you're in the, I'm in the shot. Yeah, as long as you're in the shot, you're good.
I'm good.
All right. What up, Dia?
Good.
Hey, but this gonna need to go. This gonna need to come down, baby. This gonna need to come down.
okay.
I probably need to set it up.
They go up any higher now.
Nah, cause I need to get. I got more. All that. I need to get it like that.
You need to sit behind Jared?
No. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna. Yeah, I'm.
Book 2
Yeah, I'm
books
gonna
on the back end.
put it down here. Give me the bread thing.
Say, make love work and make the camera shot.
Come on now.
Okay, dear.
You see in your home.
We got you, girl.
It's most homes I know you ain't there.
Dear say her some of this cake.
Let me see.
My God.
You got some mango tree? And mango water? Get it?
How that
Oh,
look?
wait.
I'm not person right now. I'm not no baby.
Sit down.
Jeff, you in there?
Yeah, I'm in there, man. I'm in there.
Yes, ma'am, please.
Regine, you in there?
Yep. You right on camera eating.
Okay, bet. Oh, Jerry, you not in there. You get Jerry in there.
Let's sit back.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah,
Feel that
you
baby.
yeah, boom, it's right there. We good.
We good?
It's out to the right there.
Yeah.
All right, bet. All right, let's make it happen. Let's see who on first. Who that? Patricia. What's up, Patricia? Let me get my glasses. I'm gonna be doing that all that.
Do y'all follow how they over?
You can follow her now.
On Instagram. On Instagram, I'm good. I'm good.
It's
We
on
on
Facebook.
Instagram too, but we don't go live on Facebook because that's what most people
That's what most people at? Okay.
Oh, it's safe on Facebook.
do, right? You on Instagram?
I'm good. I'm good. Right now, I'm good.
You can put some
You gonna go in that stash over there?
I'm fight for right.
I want the bishop.
I'm fight for right. I pray on
You on
the
It's one.
just a little bit.
All right, bet. Come
It's
on.
funny.
Let's make it happen. All right, so who on?
And this is how to make love work on Facebook.
This is how we go on Facebook. Yeah.
There's two, I think. Is it number two?
Yeah.
I want to make sure.
That's right.
Nearest
Man, I got you.
Oh, I got y'all.
I'm gonna say, just text me the cash out. I'm saying, I need me on the help. Boy,
Riding in the car listening to
boy, my man.
we riding in the
I'm
car
talking
listening to
about.
Kirk Franklin,
Y'all this is Kurt Franklin?
and then next thing we know is
We all about the brand.
Follow the brand. It ain't just a name, this is a lifestyle. This is not just a brand.
What's up, Ashley? Oh, Ashley on here, Marquita.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, so we're gonna go around the table and introduce everybody. We talking about. Wait a minute, Jeff. I need you in there a little more. No, you good. You good. Let me adjust it.
Okay.
We all in there?
I'm in there.
Right now, okay.
Whole lot of blue in there, though, but I'm in there.
All right, so yeah, so everybody, tonight is a special night. We got some folks in, some friends in, and everybody's gonna be talking about being young and single. I'm gonna throw some questions at them, and we're gonna get some conversation going. Y'all talk back to us too. So let's start here, introducing yourself.
Jared McIntyre, MG3.
MG3. All right.
I'm Regine. Zakaria Collins. Marcella.
Dale McIntyre, 130 MG3. Deleon.
Jeff, and I'm also on the MG3.
All right, so first off, let's take a moment. Everybody here and there, y'all go follow MG3.
MG3 International. MG3 International. You can follow us on Instagram at MG3 International and
So you on?
music out on all platforms. It's entitled Fun. MG3 Fun.
Yeah.
Available on all platforms.
Here.
All platforms. Go get it.
So MG3 on international on IG,
Facebook. It's on Twitter. Everywhere.
and then go and download their song.
Fun.
It's called Fun. I got it. You can't listen to it in church.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So y'all go download Fun. It's a really dope song.
Appreciate it.
Jerry, what verse you on?
First verse.
The first verse. Okay, okay.
At least amount of cussing. I still got flocked on my toes.
That's right. Alright, I'm gonna sit over here. I don't have to be in the camera. Alright, so first off,
You don't want to be a camera.
nah.
You can start.
I know.
It's like an interview thing. I like to do it.
I did. I like it.
Yeah. I ain't gotta be in the camera right there.
I follow.
Yeah. So, first off, we talking about being young and single. Everybody here single, right? Yeah, you. Car, you said no?
No, I ain't still.
No. All right. So it was single meaning. You ain't married,
I'm
you
single.
single.
I'm single. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the kid.
So,
Oh,
just me and
that's why I got to stop you.
what happened? All right. So now we got some boyfriends and stuff like that. Zakari boyfriend Cyrus, you know they've been together for a couple of minutes. He about 52, but she's still single though. She's still single. Yeah, she's still single.
She's still not looking. She's exclusive. She and they are exclusive.
Jared.
You said what you said?
They're exclusive.
Who are?
Dale.
Dale and.
Zakari.
Because he got a girl.
He got a girlfriend and
I'm trying to figure out what you're saying.
Dale has a woman and Zakari has a man. They are exclusively dating other people. That's better.
Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Get
Yeah.
a gun first.
Set it up.
Talk.
All right, so I want to talk about what is it like being single now, like the dating game. Is marriage even a conversation, or do you like the single life? Don't like the single life? Let's throw it in there.
I can go ahead and start. I love the single life. And for
Can y'all hear her?
y'all hear me? Okay.
No.
I love the single life. Because I feel like my last relationship was about 2 years ago. In those 2 years, I've learned so much about who I am and what I'm bringing to my life, and I'm finding out more about what I need, what I don't need, my personal boundaries, outside of everybody else, and I love it because it's easy for me to say no now. It's easy for me to say, you know what, this doesn't serve me. I don't accept this, and I'm going about my life. I don't have to think about no one else's feelings right now in terms of like romance. And
So you don't want no romance?
no, I do want romance.
Oh, so you want
I don't
romance.
have to think about anybody's feelings.
But you want
Like,
romance?
I want romance. Like when I'm just not.
I just want you to say it again. What
Be
you want?
quiet.
So I'm just now getting to a space where I'm open to dating,
Okay.
and it's in my time. And even with what's going on right now, I don't have to think about someone else's feelings. Let me specify. I don't have to think about someone's feelings right now because I know what I'm looking for, and I'm bringing that to the forefront. I don't have to sit around and say, well, let's just kind of figure this out, or let's go with the flow. No. Like, are we on the same page? If not, like.
I mean,
okay.
but isn't that the work of relationship?
I feel like when both people are on the same
Wait. I
page.
just want everybody to saw what happened. I asked that, and the two ones that say they ain't single started talking.
That was good.
I'm saying though, so you say I ain't gotta be bothered with nobody's feelings, and I don't have to, really worry about somebody else's thoughts and all the kind of stuff that comes with it. But that's the work of relationship. So you gonna just turn it on? I mean, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to everybody. I'm talking to everybody.
So how I look at it is, in my singleness.
Oh, Asia only, y'all. She say my people. Asia cheap.
Yo.
Go ahead.
How I'm looking at it right now is like in my singleness, when I'm not in a space where I'm fully ready to commit to that, I don't have to worry about
Okay.
it. But now that, like I said, like as I'm getting to a space where I'm like, I can date, I do want to date, I can soften that up to say, you know what, I'm willing to see, like if we're on the same page of wanting to genuinely get to know each other, not no Netflix and chill, not no meet me over here, meet me over there. Like, no, if you want to take the time to get to know me, then I will.
I mean, but isn't that the actual the atmosphere now?
No.
Like for most people,
I feel like that's
it's
just
like
the narrative. That's
okay,
the narrative.
that's the narrative?
But it's not the actuality.
It's not okay.
No.
What you say, Marcella?
No.
About what?
So okay, so y'all say that's just the narrative. The narrative, because here's the narrative then that I'm picking up, is that for the most part, not a lot of people want commitment at y'all's age, and maybe even a little older. So they,
I feel like what
Yeah.
it is, it just falls kind of in a place of like at our age admitting that we don't want commitment. I feel like that's what it really falls on, just based on what she was saying, like two people genuinely wanting to get to know each other. It has to be two parties, because no relationship works with just one person wanting this, while this person want to be out here in everybody's face in the streets and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Two people got to be on the same page. You gotta be working towards something with somebody that's working toward, something that you working toward.
all right.
I think this generation wants commitment, they should know what it look like. So
What'd you say now?
I'm saying it again. I think this generation wants commitment, they should know what it looks like.
Exactly. So how do you get with somebody? So let me tell y'all what the bishop
You gotta
said.
talk to them. You gotta know.
Bishop say
That's what we just
he
talked
think this generation want commitment, but don't know what it look like. So how do you get it? How you talk about it?
It's more so of a thing where you just have to experience it. Cause cause the average, like, just from my experience, like, I know what commitment look like, but I have friends where they ain't grow up in a two-parent household, so they don't know what it look like for a father to love a mother, a mother to love a father. So they don't know what that generally looks like. So when they don't know what it look like, what they go to? The internet, what's visually shown to them. So they see a man having 3 or 4 women or not being committed. They feel like, well, I'm committed to 3 or 4 women. I'm committed to a situation instead of a commitment. So it's just, just one of those things where you just have to.
Hey, so okay.
You have to experience.
Y'all got your phones on?
Yeah, it's like, it's one thing you just have to experience. I think, and just the one thing I learned from Pastor Jay, just experience and just going through things is always the best teacher. So you can't just, I would say, can't talk about it. You gotta be about it.
Right.
You gotta go through it.
Amen.
So.
All right. So I'm telling y'all something. This somebody just went off. Regina, you got it?
I got it.
Marcella got it, but I didn't get it. Where's it coming?
Oh, I'm trying to airdrop it.
Oh, my phone. Let's try me.
All right. So something you just said, Jared, make me think about. They have seen too many failed relationships, marriages, etc. All right, bet. Regina, did you get it? Okay. Yeah, we want to talk about this real good. So, Polylife. So you said something about IG. So here's my thought, right? Is it just a myth or the narrative? But it's like IG is like what's leading people's thoughts, people's ideas, relationships. So IG is the new Bible.
It's really like, because what's
Relationship Bible.
Yeah. Well, it ain't my Bible, but what's being illustrated, that's what we go off of. Like, they think that's cool. Like, it's cool to, to be with this person. Why you sleeping over here? Like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So that's really like, that's what we go by.
So I want to talk about this, and I'm gonna tell y'all what Marcella told me before y'all came here. Go ahead.
I feel like with our generation, we have a big problem with individuality. Everybody don't know how to just be themselves, and just kind of counter off what he said earlier about people growing up in a 2-parent household. Growing up, my mom and my dad, they was at each other's necks. But everybody don't, and I've had somebody say this to me, everybody don't process things the same way. Me watching my mom and my father go at each other's necks all my lives, it pushed me to not want that for myself.
Right.
It pushed me to want to be able to communicate with my husband, and my husband be able to communicate with me. And if things get out of hand, we could.
You ain't got no husband. What you talking about?
My fiance. My fiance.
Go ahead.
I was speaking as far as future, so don't cut me off again. But
So your fiance know you would come at him like that?
what?
Cause you can come at me like that. Don't cut me off again in my own house. Go ahead.
You are being rude, Miss Candidate. You're being rude.
Go
That's
ahead.
why you can't cut me off again.
Go ahead.
But just, I feel like that's what the problem is. People don't know how to be themselves. People don't know how to stand tall in what they believe in. If you believe in this, I gotta believe in you to
because it seems cooler. I gotta go with this because the majority of the people are going with that. It's just people don't know how to be like, well, this is what I believe in, this is what I want to do. So no matter who's with it, who's not, this is what I'm gonna do. You know.
And so I think that IG is taking away the individuality because everybody just kind of just follows the narrative. All right, so I just sent y'all. I just sent them something. I guess I can show it on there. If it'll show.
Tilt it.
Anyway, so it says Polylife. Is this the new norm? Sharing is caring. Is that not the new norm?
Polylife.
So Polylife is, so you got this guy here, he's got 2 girls, and is sharing, caring.
We can share, you can't share everything though.
Okay.
So no?
Nah, that's
Some stuff.
I'm gonna be honest. Truthfully, before I got with my fiance, I probably would have been the girl that been like, I'll be down for it. But Pastor Jay and I, we had a conversation about a year ago, and he told me, he was like, women are naturally territorial. He was like, when you find somebody that you care about, all of that will go away. And that's the truth.
I just want to know how many times we're going to hear about Cyrus tonight.
His name
Probably
is
all
Stevie.
night.
Come on now, Cyrus!
But reality though is that although a lot of people may not sign up to Polylife, but live it.
Yeah, we got a lot of people, a lot of pretend play lives going on, and most people are saying no. That's ridiculous. No.
Yeah, but I mean, people live it because I mean, and it may not be a whole full, you know, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, you may, you know, it may just be DMing this person, DMing that person, DMing this person. I'm dating this person, and you know,
It's just not everybody don't know.
I may hit over here, you know what I mean, miss over here, but you know, I'm just playing the field. But it's just a title to it, Polylife. But at the end of the day, it's kind of the same thing. That's just my thought.
I feel that. I feel like Polylife, it's kind of like what you said. It go on. It just depends on how open, because it's a mixture between us. Because everybody, I mean, you got some out there that's just real, just down to earth, and like who gonna just be, we say player, but just honest. You know, you got some honest, but just because it's not publicly poly, don't mean it ain't poly.
I mean, it ain't poly, right?
So I mean, it's just, I mean.
So let me ask y'all, how many of y'all have ever lived the poly life? My hand go up. This was before way long time ago.
Oh, we on camera?
I'm about long.
Everybody picked up their cup.
Done live the poly life. You know what I mean?
but not everybody, but
Oh God, we can poly.
working, but not just
Not
you.
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
I think that's a good.
Like,
Unconsciously, you can be living a poly life. Like,
yeah.
unconsciously, you can because you don't
Behind
know.
closed doors, you never know what someone's doing.
Right.
So,
You don't really.
But I
never know
mean, if you
somebody's
saying like, I'll talk about me. So story time. Everybody say story time.
Story time.
So when I was out before I got married, I wasn't your. If I was with you, you was not my girlfriend. You know, we were kicking it, and I just wouldn't let you claim me, and so and it was you, and you, and so none of y'all was my girlfriend. You know what I mean? But you know, we just we're having fun, and
That's not true.
matter of fact,
Watch your words.
matter of fact, today was talking about it.
Oh, really?
You remember me talking about it? And I was like, I was not, we were not dating.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, we were dating. I was like, no, we were not dating.
Oh, so you put me in the category with them.
The
Before.
point I'm making was that
Okay, let's be clear.
it was like, you know what I mean? I wasn't playing the field. I just wasn't allowing you to claim me because I knew what I was looking for. And, you know what I mean? If you want to play in the dirt, you know, with me while I'm in the field, then come on play in the dirt, you'll shovel. But, you know, it wasn't. So that's. But I mean, so that's what I see. That was still poly life.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And I wasn't lying to you, say, you know, don't come over right now because I wasn't doing all that. like I say, I was the honest guy. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Because you knew that we were not exclusive. Here's the thing. Here's what most girls do. Like I told you, women are territorial, and so in that person's mind, her mind, I'm going to snatch you. So although you hadn't claimed me, but I'm giving you my attention, and I'm giving you my time,
And money.
money, body, and so I know you gonna,
It's gonna be me.
yeah, it's gonna be me. You know what I mean? And you don't know that who else I may be talking to. That ain't none of your business. But in your mind, because I didn't put it in your grasp, most women work for it because you put it right out of their grasp. Now, I don't know if y'all got that testimony. I mean, I thought I was passing the swag on, but I don't know if y'all got that testimony.
So, kind of like what you were saying, I dated a guy.
She got it begin.
I dated a guy that once we actually became serious and we decided.
You sure you want to talk about this? You started to get incognito all of a sudden.
Because like, once you laid it out, I'm like, okay, I can pick this up. So I dated a guy, and once we decided that, and we were friends first. We like did the friend thing for like maybe 2 years. And it's like, we actually like each other. Let's try. And in getting to know each other, he brought something like that up, and he was like, just because I took you out to eat, or he wasn't saying it to me, but he was just saying in general, like if I took a girl out to eat, if I took her to the movies, I do stuff like that anyway. So that don't mean we together. We ain't courting. That's not, like if I'm spending time with you, that's not necessarily saying that I'm with you. Like whatever, hey, that's your business. If you want to tell your friends that, but you can't look at me crazy if I pop up with somebody else. And I think that's the problem with the poly life, because like I said, to our knowledge, a lot of women don't know that they're a part of that. Like, you can show me all this time and attention. I'm gonna give that, I'm not gonna get into that. I can go down a whole rabbit hole about that. But you give me all your time and attention and spend all this money and spend all this time with me, but you're not interested. You're playing the field. What's the purpose of that? So,
Let me tell you the purpose of that is. He may be interested, but so men, and y'all can chime in. Men are men are simple. Men are decisive, not indecisive. We know very early on how far this is going to go and what we are willing to invest in this. So I may be interested, but I may not be interested in a point to where I cut off everything else for you.
Right.
And I already know what I want to do. Either I want to use you, or I want to take care of you, or I want to drag you along. You know what I mean? For the or I just want the attention.
Right. It's just the attention. I think it's the attention, and that's one of the things that me and him actually was in a relationship. Like we were just kind of talking about some of our old ways and stuff, but I just thought it was an interesting perspective. Like, is this how guys really think? Like, is this what we're putting ourselves into? And I understand why some girls want to scrap about the dudes. Like, they be ready to, come up and slap the plates off the table. Like, why you want to date with her? Like, I get it now. Like, I
you saw that?
Get it.
But it's a lot of women that come up and slap the plate off the table, but the whole time they doing the same thing.
And
wait, say that again?
There's a lot of women come up.
Damn!
I'm just saying, brother.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a lot of women ready to come slap the plate on the table, but the whole time they're doing the same thing. But they go back, like you said, they go back to that territorial thing. They feel like
title.
Yeah,
Territory and title.
So that's not just a man thing.
No,
it's not.
it's
I
not.
tried it. I failed.
Oh, you tried it?
If anything, in today's time, roles are flipped.
Yeah.
Roles are like the women are doing that to the man now.
It's
The
the
man.
It's the
The
bad
roles are reversed now.
That's true.
Like, the roles are reversed now. Like, back in the day, it was so known for men to be player. Like, I got this girl, that girl. Now the girl's like, okay, I got this. I got a bundle dude. I got a dude to take me out to eat. I got a dude to pay for me. I got a dude that fill the car up. That's the thing now.
So speaking of cars and filling them up. So wait a minute. Now we talk about y'all moved, huh? Oh yeah. So Marcella was on just dating. You know what I mean? She's not in a relationship, and I guess the guy shot his shot, or you shot yours. So guy shot his shot. She talking to him for a week, and they going out, and so he tells her,
He told me I should feel special because he filled up his tank. And, you know, gas was real expensive last week. He drove across the bridge.
But I thought we gotta get it off honest. I feel like that'd be the thing too.
It was starting to get awkward, and then you.
It's the difference between honest and being rude.
so that was rude.
That was
But was it honest?
Okay,
It
wait.
was honest, but
Was it
it's
the truth?
Let him finish. Let him finish.
That was track one. The conversation already awkward, and then you throw that in there. It's like, okay, step one back. And then he said, I forgot how he led with it, but he was like, I'm either charging gas or the run to that. And I'm like,
Charging gas.
and he was laughing, and I'm laughing too.
So this is before y'all get there. So he said, let me tell everybody. So here's what he said. He said, for one thing, you should should feel special that I filled my tank up and crossed the bridge to come on a date with you.
Strike one.
Strike one. And then he said that the payback is either give me my gas back or give me some tail. So gas or ass.
Asparagus.
Yes. Is that a thing?
He was honest, but let's say
To a degree.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
He was elder.
Yeah, it's brutally. Everything is supposed to be said out your mouth. Even if that, I don't think I'd even be thinking about that like that. If I was really into you, if it was really, I'm about to
But you
gas.
did
I'm
all
about to
that. Then why is there
I feel like it's personnel. I feel like it's personnel. He ain't know the personnel and the caliber of woman that he's dealing with. Because some women, I feel like it's some women that you know, that'd be debate or the fight. Some I mean.
Some women would have folded for that line. Some women would have
Oh,
like,
no. Some women have. He would have said that.
Right.
I think it falls back onto what Charles said about the caliber of woman. I feel like when it comes to men and when it comes to like them reaching out to women and things like that, I've heard women say like things like men reach out to women that are out of their league. And I feel like that's got a lot to do with it. Men just feel like, especially a man who always get what he wants from a woman, it don't matter what you come in. Like, no matter if you make more money than him, if you driving in a better car than him, he's still gonna try you like you one of them because in his head, I can have whatever I want.
A man does not reach out to shoot a shot with a woman he thinks is out of his league.
No.
Never.
You got the confidence to go after you. He feel like he got
Exactly.
And that's the lead,
But-
the confidence. I feel like the lead is the confidence. It's just depending on,
Exactly.
you know,
He would
tears
never.
with your confidence.
Yeah, he would never. He's not gonna shoot his shot with somebody he thinks is out of his league. Now you may think that you out of his league, but he may not think that about you.
See, I wasn't even thinking like that. I was just, you know, just somebody new.
And it, after a week?
Like, going out there, we could just talk. You know,
Just talk, just texting. Might talk on the phone maybe one time.
And that's another thing.
You do have some men out there. You do have some men out there who are like, well, if I just play along for the time being,
Then maybe
I get what I
can-
want. Some women, believe it or not, they get happy and excited just because a dude went and spent $7 on me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like,
you anything at all.
any type of, any form of anything, even like I've watched a female freaking darn near drop her jaws for a dude just because he gave her a compliment. You know, it wasn't even about her. It was a compliment about, it was once like, you look nice today, you know, I see you all the time, and this, that, and the third. And she was all over him just for that. And it was like, I mean, I'm not a judgmental person, so I'll never look at somebody like, oh, she doing too much. You know what I'm saying? But it was more so, I was on Instagram, and the conversation was about men and women being friends. And the lady was like, it's kind of messed up that there's this narrative that a man and a woman can't be friends. And then one of the women in the comments was like, yeah, you definitely can't be friends with men because they always want something from you. And then another woman responded and was like, you can definitely tell those women who have been used for nothing but their bodies. And it's true. I feel like everybody's different. Everybody goes through different stuff. So the reason that we think the way that we think, or we respond to things the way that we respond to, because of what we went through in the past. Me personally, I've not had a man, a guy, in my 22 years of living, like, intentionally come at me and like, well, like, I want you because of your body. I want you because of how you look. You know what I'm saying?
You said you have not had that?
No, I haven't.
Wrong.
No, I'm saying to a certain degree, not in my knowing,
Please
not
help me
into
out.
the point,
Help.
not into the point
Help.
where I'm gonna be like, oh, every man wants me because of my body. Every man wants me because he wants to have sex with me. Every man wants to be in my life because he's attracted to me. Like, not to that degree.
For the most part, that's true. Every man that you have dealt with, befriended or whatever, has taken that through his mind. Do I like you? Am I attracted to you? Do I want to sleep with you? He has, every man has decided that in conversation, I mean, in not conversation, but in his head. And then it may be a no, or maybe I'll never cross that boundary. Right. But that thought is immediate. That thought is not 6 months down the line. That thought is immediate. And I think women do the same thing.
Oh yeah, they control the narrative. That level, they control it.
Yeah. All day, women immediately.
Yeah,
we just walk past you and I already know. Nah.
Yeah, because we have said before, long time ago.
Fix
you
it.
know me, real long time ago. I can speak for some women because when you see a guy, you like me.
Hey, Jocelyn.
Long time ago, college campus, I see a guy, you like, oh yeah, he can get it. It's like, what does that mean? He can get it, but we have done that, like you said, we have said it before. He can get it.
I said, but it's not a lot though. Like,
no, it's not a lot.
A lot of women do that. Like the same way. Like, I want to piggyback on what she was saying, especially like kind of combining what both of you were saying in terms of like, you brought up a point that a guy's never like looked at you and like, you know, or came at you kind of like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that's happened to me before. And it's not that he said it in a negative way or like a way that made it seem like, well, this is all I want from you, but it's like, you know, I like you. He said, I was like, you know, I think about having sex with you, but, you know, I want to know where we're going. And I'm just like, yeah. That has happened. And if I know that in my mind, if I see a guy or if I see a man and I'm like, you know, if I do the side eye, I know that there's guys doing that. Like,
but see, go ahead, please.
So what makes it? So this is my question. What makes a man wrong for saying it? What you thinking?
So it's all about. So just kind of like how you brought up, it could be the caliber of the woman or the caliber of the man. I feel like it's all about how you put it down for some people. Me, I just don't come at me like that. Like I don't care if it's on your mind like that. I just feel like you genuinely trying to get to know me. Like, and I don't have a problem with rejecting it either and be like, you know, I get that's how you feeling. I'm just not on that. We could part ways. I promise you ain't no bad blood, but you know, but you know, it don't hurt for him to try. And the same with women. It don't hurt for a woman to try if that's what they're on or if that's how they're feeling.
So you've never talked to a dude and that was the only thing on your mind? Never. Not even say talk to him, just and hey, how you doing? That has never been conversation. Just my initial let me see if I can
make her tell a testimony.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like everybody done been there. That's
No,
what
I'm not saying I haven't been there. I'm just saying that it depends on.
So the answer was yes. You know, women answer differently.
No.
The answer differently.
It's just how you worded it. But like my thing is like my
You gotta listen. Listen.
It's not that, you know, it's not a point of that's where I've been or where I haven't been. It's just if he's picking up what I'm putting down, like listen, early college years, I don't mind sharing my testimony. I wasn't hot, but you know, I definitely had my fun in dating.
Lift your hands. Raise your hands. Y'all.
Like I've had my fun in dating. Am I still there? No.
Somebody say fun.
I was 18, 19. So that's what I'm saying. If I know as a woman I've been there, if I can say out of my mouth that I've been there, I know men are doing it. I just feel like it just depends on how you're saying it. Like,
So
that's why.
But here's the game. The game is,
I agree.
from a man's perspective. From my perspective, from my experience, if I gave you that up front, then I've put all of the power and control in your hands. Now you're gonna yo-yo me because you know what I want. You know that I'm all into you, and so you're gonna yo-yo me to your beat. And some men will do that because it's likely he being yo-yoed by a few, just whoever gonna yank. But from my perspective, and I learned this from it, I don't give you that, and I do the opposite, wherein I need to know if you feeling me, and that's probably control. But if I know you feeling me, then I'm driving, and I'm gonna decide when we gonna hit the accelerator. I'm gonna decide when we're not. So I don't know if women are still like that, but that was kind of the women that I came up on. Ain't even you switching.
No, but I want to know when you said now you decide. If we're going down this, you decide when we're going to hit this. You decide alone, like you in a relationship by yourself. You decide.
For one, it wasn't a relationship type thing. It was.
He gave himself the control. He wasn't the type to let her decide.
He wasn't lost in the sauce.
Yeah, he wasn't lost in the sauce. Like you said, it's probably 30 other more doing whoever like that.
Right.
Yo, do it.
Y'all trying to say
Because women don't want to be friends with a guy they like. They want him. They want him. They don't want to be just friends. If I like you, I don't want you to put me in friend zone.
Right.
For a woman. Now that's been my experience. Wherein if I was like, no, we good, let's be friends. She don't want you at all. She don't want to talk to you, none of that, because she can't separate that. She wanted you, and she put herself out there, and the be friend thing is like, I'm good. Slap in the face. So that was almost the dangle thing, and so women do that all the time. If you come at her with shooting your shot and you very clear, immediately she start driving. And then she gonna tell you what you gonna have to do, what hoops you gonna have to jump through, and she gonna make you wait to text for her to text you back. So she driving.
So you basically saying control the narrative.
Yeah.
Control what's going on.
I mean, I'm not saying that.
Not control what's going on, but more so, like I don't want to say
just take the lead.
Control the narrative. I like that.
I like control the narrative too.
Unfortunately, I would say that if y'all wasn't here, it don't matter if y'all here or not, but I would say that to men.
Yeah.
To get in the driver's seat quick.
And how would you tell me to get in the driver's seat quick?
Huh?
How would you tell them to do that?
Oh, the guys? Just what I said. I mean, don't let all your cards out the bag. And let her continue to be overly interested in you. Find some mystique about yourself. Don't keep calling her every day. You know what I mean? Don't be
Don't be distant.
Yeah, but don't be that dude that
Don't call.
Yeah, that don't call. And then when you with her, shower her with you, not just with stuff.
Yes. Now that's good.
I keep talking, she gonna keep scooping. She gonna stop. You know what I mean? Shower her with you. You know what I mean? Not just stuff, because she gets stuff from everybody. You know what I mean?
And that's, I guess, speaking, oh my God. Just speaking from a married woman's perspective.
What up, Cedric? I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think that's what a lot of married women prefer. They prefer to see a man take the lead, not really control, but actually control the narrative, so to speak. So that, when we do come together, I can feel secure, number one. Not like I gotta do everything, I gotta take care of everything. Because, if we have a yes man and a henpecked man, we're gonna be ready to be done with him after a while. So it's it's like the masculinity comes out.
Right.
It's like, that's
women
not
are
me. He's taking care of
attracted to
things,
masculinity.
Exactly. And if it's the other way around, where we're the ones that's being the aggressor or the masculine one all the time, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work for long unless you get a guy that's more passive. And there it is.
So
Like
that's because you are aggressive. No, which is good though. You know what I mean?
No. I was saying, okay, so if she was saying that the only way a woman
Cyrus.
be masculine is if the only way they would potentially work is if the guy was more passive, and I was like, I don't think so. Not for me. That's just me.
But here's the deal, though. A lot of women think they don't like passive men, but they often get them because he do whatever you want him to do. Or he do anything I tell him. And you have probably in a dating experience, a lot of women have more passive men in their past than probably not, because they immediately grab hold to the one who gonna do everything, and she would, you know, he would everything you say, but that dude, you're gonna use him.
Or just quickly turn it off.
Him.
And that was kind of like my point. Like, I just feel like I get that gets boring. Like, I don't want to always like.
Where is your aggression, sir?
Kind of like what you were saying. Like, I can get something from anybody, but me personally, I can, like, if I want something, I can. And it's not about being an independent woman, nothing like that. But like, if I want something, you know, I can go get it. Like, I don't want to always just feel like this is like the cycle of what we're doing. Like, I want to feel like I'm being swept up off my feet. Like,
So we're gonna talk about that in a second, because I got a whole nother, I got a whole nother mindset about that, about swept off the feet. But tell me, everybody, tell me, what is your reputation in the dating game? What they say about you? Like, you aggressive, or you a player, or what they say about you?
I've been told I'm a bit aggressive. I've been told I'm a bit aggressive.
You need to like.
All right, how about you?
I have been told that I am tough or that I'm masculine and I don't soften myself up. But it's not that I have a wall up. They don't ever say I have a wall up. They just say that I'm like, just like, you know, take the backseat, submit yourself, dude. You're not with that right now. Like, you're not presenting that for me to soften up.
Okay.
So.
How about you, Marcel?
I would say, I guess, a little bit indecisive and start stuff.
Star stuff?
Start.
Well, you wake up with it on your mind.
In the Bible, and you start stuff.
So wait. So Marcel, you argue?
I mean,
You can't tell.
it depends on what it is. Like, if I done told you about something and you take it lightly, or it's not a big deal, it's not a big deal to you, it's a big deal to me. So if I bring it up again, I'm coming at you more aggressive, and I want to start something because you didn't to me the first time. And we could argue about it.
It's coming out. It's coming out.
Okay. How about you,
You
Bishop?
listened to me the first time.
I'm about to add good reviews. All my clients are pleased.
What up, Jessica? What's up, Jessica? Patricia, Dana. What's up, Dana? And I saw Tamika. What's up,
She is
Tamika?
on the hey, Tamika.
Go ahead.
I've been told like I'm a trauma, like sometimes white and Arab people, cause that's how we is. He can come off as if like, I guess it's how flirtatious with everybody, but
Are you?
in my mind, no, because I mean,
You
I just feel like so like let's say I'm with this person right here, and somebody walk and the girl walk up and speak to me like, I'm not gonna look at her crazy just because. Now I'm not gonna be all up in her face out of respect for my girl, but you gotta speak like, hey, I'm not no read, no rule. I say if.
Oh.
Watch your words, they become your action. I'm for real, like I'm I take the class off for that one. I can speak for me and my brothers. Like, we're just people person. So, like, I don't believe in just being rude. If I got a problem or an issue with you, if I feel like I can't speak to you, I'm confronting. So, like, I like people. I love people. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, what's up?
No, I've been told I'm like in the middle, like when I be passive, sometimes I can be mad, but I done got that too. Like like what they call it, friendly.
So you say you over
You too cordial.
Yeah, too cordial, but I wasn't like we wasn't raised like that. Like my mama, like she almost like slap us, like you walk in the room and you just don't talk to nobody, don't speak to nobody. Like, you never know who you need to bring your glass of water. You talk to everybody.
I know that's
Come on, glass of water.
Teach me That's right.
So they said that you.
That part.
Like just friendly, like
Too
just
friendly.
even like in the early parts, like my girlfriend, she just be like just. Cause she's like we opposite. Like she walk into the room, people thought she like she mean, and I walk into the room, she's like, you just gotta like talk to everybody. Like I was like, I ain't gonna just sit in no corner and look. I'm already big, so you can't be big, mean, and talk all the time. You got to talk to people, be inviting, let people know you. It's all right to be around you. They can talk with you. And it's like so you don't know what that conversation may start. Talk to yourself friendly.
So would you say you're an extrovert and she's more of an introvert?
Yeah. She can be an introvert, an extrovert. It's like
But
just
she got to be
want
around people she's comfortable with.
Right.
Okay.
All right, so how about you, Jay?
I heard all of them. I don't heard all of them. I done heard definitely for sure. You know what? Except for I've had the friendly thing, but in the friendly name calling or whatever, I nipped that in the bud before even I'm like, hey, like what me and you got, I can't have what me and you got with them because they ain't you. So don't call me friendly. You know what I'm saying? don't call me. Don't call me that. You know what I'm saying? So then when I say that, or whatever. No, I'm saying if I say no, but then when I say that, so everything's about approach though. I'm telling y'all like this. Everything's about approach. So of course I gotta have a different approach. When I say it, so because of the variety of approaches, then that's when I get okay. So now you smooth. So I need to watch this. So you smooth. You charming, but it's something behind you that and to be all that and
They go crazy.
Okay, so
Somebody say he's a teddy bear.
Oh! Come on, Patricia.
Is business open? Are you accepting customers?
Hey,
That
who is Keisha?
That's my mom. That's our cousin, Boogie.
So here's another question that popped in mind. What was the greatest hurt?
You said what was what?
The greatest hurt.
Realizing I've been
Yeah.
lying to myself in my relationship.
What does that mean? Say that out loud. Say it again.
Realizing I've been lying to myself in my relationship.
You've been lying to yourself.
Yeah. So like being in a relationship and thinking you got it all together to be in that relationship and realizing that you don't. Like having that honest conversation like you might need to get up out of this and focus on you. Like
But what does that mean? Help me out.
like
So what were you disappointed about yourself? What was disappointing about yourself?
I thought that I had this idea of what a relationship was. And like I was talking to Em in the car, like I grew up not seeing healthy relationships. So being in a relationship, you think it's one thing until that hurts. The things that you're doing, like that you should not be anxious in your relationship. Like it was certain things like that I felt like would drive me crazy. And I felt like I was kind of losing myself in my relationship. And I was like, I gotta kind of get up out of this, like, but I couldn't. I didn't know how. I didn't understand what to do. So my biggest hurt was just lying to myself to kind of like I was manipulating myself to believe that you can handle this, you good, you got this. And it's like, no, like the signs are here. Get out, girl. Spend some time with you because you're lost. You're losing it. And before it got too deep, I was able to get out. And like I see, like in retrospect, girl, like I was hurting bad. I'm good now. Like I'm here. I'm doing what I gotta do. But then that was the greatest hurt was kind of being transparent enough to say, girl, that was not it. It wasn't. You shouldn't have been there.
Got it.
So yeah.
So to the McIntyres, Cedric say, nip it, sir. They like to take advantage of us big guys. They like us, but they be playing with us. Alright, so you decided to tell yourself the truth, right? And the truth was this not it.
And it hurt.
And it hurt.
Or
Why did it hurt? Because you wanted a companionship?
it hurt because outside of wanting a relationship, I couldn't say who I was. I had no idea who I was. I didn't have no identity because I've been pouring myself into
That's the
someone.
strangest thing. I know I'm cutting you off, but I'm cutting you off on purpose. That's the strangest thing to me. Because so let me hear from the guys in that statement. Most women sometime in their life, if not 100 times, will say what Regine just said, that I lost myself. I knew who I was. So when y'all hear that, what goes in y'all mind? Men.
To try to be something that she really wasn't, or so, or like she do model something she seen, or model something she thought, or model something. Just know, like Sakari said earlier, no identity in herself.
Conforming.
What do you mean? Hold on. So what do you mean by what you mean? Like when you say what go through?
So what? Because when I hear that, I'm like, a lot of women say that. I lost myself. I lost my identity. And for one, that's bothersome for me as a man. If I'm in a relationship with her, and you're in a relationship with me, and then also you lose your identity. I mean, like you lose yourself. You don't know who you are. Like that. I know a lot of women try to become the chameleon. They try to become the superhero.
Yeah.
They try to become everything he needs, and everything she thinks he wants.
But she forget about her own needs, her own wants, her own desires. She forget, what kind of stuff do I like? I don't know, because I've been, whatever type of stuff you like.
Yeah.
I've been doing that all the time.
Like a dog.
Woo! Been doing that
So
all
is that
the
what
time.
it is?
Forgetting that.
Often?
Yeah.
So it was,
Maybe even
basically that.
subconsciously.
Like, I was putting all of my desires and needs and wants and my goals and ambitions on, like, the back burner. Like, I would slowly work on those, but, like you said, like, I'm so into what is going on with this person, and it says a lot about the relationship. Maybe I just wasn't being poured back into as I should have. Maybe, I don't know. I really don't care to look back to that. But I did realize that I was getting off of the path that basically I was being distracted, and
So-
it took me to a place I shouldn't have been in.
That hurt caused you to build walls. That hurt were the bricks to your wall.
Yeah.
All right. So somebody else. What I asked?
You said what was that big?
Oh, you're hurt. Yeah.
Biggest hurt.
I think the biggest hurt for a man would be so like it's this thing like what we say, P. Like that's P. And P can stand for
I've been saying that. I
anything.
have no idea what that means.
So P,
So
like-
your interpretation of it almost.
yeah, it's your interpretation of P. Like you can say like anything, like you might like your shoes, like hey, them shoes what you got on, that's P.
Okay.
However you want to do. Yeah,
Like
however
cool,
you
yeah,
want
it's
to
like it's another word
Cool.
for like cool or like.
But player though.
That's your
Yeah.
stuff.
But
That's
player.
your great. But player.
Yeah.
Player.
Yeah.
But so when you
So
say
I
player
can't. So
though,
I can't start S.
No.
no, you can't start this.
If that's player. That's cool.
Okay, I got it. I didn't know. All right, go ahead.
Sir. No, sir. But, I feel like the biggest, the greatest hurt for men is, and like I say, like what's P or what's player, I just feel like, whatever you reap good, you sow good, you reap good. And, if you sow bad, you reap bad. And I think you gotta in sowing, like in sowing good and sowing bad, take you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't you can't have your cake and eat it too. And what I've learned is everything what the guy does behind closed doors or whatever. I guess like when it's gonna hurt when she do it. It's gonna hurt, whether you don't got caught or not. Like when she do it, when she pull a you on you, that's P. You know what I'm saying? Like she P. You know what I'm saying?
When
like,
she pull a you
on you, yeah. But you invented the game.
you invented it.
So-
Matter of fact, somebody said that on here. That
You invented the game.
the guys taught us.
We
That's
taught you
somebody said that, yeah.
how you beat me to my game. It ain't that you really beat me to my game, but it's just the fact of like in me inventing this game, I can only try my game invention off of one perspective. So the fact that somebody played my game on me from a different perspective, now they peed me. No, like now they was a player. You know what I'm saying?
Can
So
I
it's
read
just
this
depending on
transparent moment? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Can I read this transparent moment from Cedric?
Yeah.
All right, transparent moment. I didn't know how to give my wife back. I didn't know how to give back to my wife what she was giving to me in our marriage. I would sit and receive, and she would be drained until we had the hard, honest conversation of what we expected of each other, from each other.
Dope.
That's hurt.
Yeah. Because now she hurt. Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? You don't stop.
Yeah. Okay.
How
All right.
many men are really honest about stuff like that when they're in a relationship with a woman and they realize, you know, all right, maybe I'm lacking on what I'm supposed to, how I'm supposed to be there for my wife. Like,
Wait, say it again.
I said, like, how often does it happen where men are like honest with themselves and they admit, like, all right, I'm lacking on my wife. Like, you paying the bills, you working, you doing all this other stuff. Like,
Who paying the bill? Which one paying the bill?
The man, he's saying,
He's doing everything, but
honest and she.
yeah, basically more
I
so
can't-
like
yeah.
more so like how often is because he just had a transparent moment and said I wasn't given to my wife the way she was given to me in our marriage. Like,
It just depends on the man. And the reason I say it is because some men are needy. And some men are needy. And in that, they want you to cater to them. And they are the prize. And they want you to cater to them. And to give back to you, it's like, huh?
and some men don't know how you deal with a needy man.
How do you deal with a needy man? You gotta, I mean, if you with him and you married, I mean, if you're not married to him, then let him go. Because he need to grow up. He need to grow up.
I think to hit on that needy man point, I feel like a man only becomes needy and feel like he can't express himself. Because like she said earlier, like everything you think, you can't say. So you basically tell me however I feel, sometimes I don't need to say, but I allow you to say everything you need to say. So now it's like a double standard thing. So now it's just like, well, I gotta figure out what
if you
I
say
gotta
everything-
say to you
yeah.
and what I can say to you. Then it comes become where it's just like, well, now I just don't want to deal with you. And then if I'm married to you, now it's become that back door open up to her and now I'm doing something I really don't supposed to be doing. But it's because I can't get it from you because you've already sheltered. I need you to be masculine, and don't, you know, basically like show your emotions. Like,
Because now you needy.
cause now you, right. So now just, I think it's a point of, I mean, yes, men are needy, but they're needed to the point of to allow themselves to be human.
I think they need their person.
They need to become
They
like,
need
Right.
that person.
But
They
I
need
feel
to be
like at the same
vulnerable
time,
with
I
their
feel
person.
like men have a problem with communicating.
No, they don't.
it's quite simple.
I mean, some of
Anything
them
men
don't
take
want
first
to
time.
talk.
No. So
You say
wait,
anything
so
a man tell you the first time to leave him?
yeah. So here's the deal. Now I want y'all to see a reaction. Jeff, Dale, and Jared, and myself did the very same thing when you said that. We don't have a problem communicating. We may not like communicating with you, but we don't have a problem communicating at all. And when we feel like there's no need to communicate or it ain't going nowhere, then we won't.
They won't. Yeah.
Then we won't. Yeah, then we just won't. Because like you say, especially if you have, the narrative is that if I actually communicate how I feel, then I'm not a man and I need too much attention. I'm needy, so I'm not going to, now I may go to my homeboys and tell them
They understand.
and they'll understand. I just may not say it to you.
And also on the flip side, they may feel like if I open up to this person, she won't be able to handle it.
Yeah, if
I really open up, she won't be able to handle it. And it ain't worth it because I want to keep her around a little bit.
For sure.
Yeah, and see, here,
Rarely have friends.
that goes back to what Jeff said. Wherein, she plays your game on you. When she feels like she's in that driver's seat in the wrong way, she starts playing those games on you. And so she'll even take on your communication and stop talking to you because she has. Because I mean, here's reality: women are often envious of the power and control that men have, and so they emulate it.
I was just about to say.
They try to emulate it.
One of those women.
Yeah.
But probably
Who's got some more hurts in it?
truly.
Small hurts. All right. What else, Marcella? What's your greatest hurt?
I think, and ultimately with this, I probably hurt myself, but not intentionally, but believing or seeing potential and falling for potential versus reality, and
I saw something like that
thinking
today.
they would change. And what Pastor Jay said, people don't change. From what Pastor Jay said, people don't change, they adjust, and the adjust wasn't adjusted, and
And he didn't grow.
no, wasn't growing with, because I got to a point where it's like, okay, you know, well, this is, you live here, I live here, what are we doing? It's been X amount of time. I feel like we just going through the motions. I'm just coming here, we come here every now and then, you know, like me, I'm like this, like, time is ticking, you know, we get older, like, this seemed real, like, high school boyfriend, girlfriend stuff, like, we boyfriend and girlfriend, but this seemed real high school, like we're not elevating like we should be. And when I would bring that up, it was like changing the subject, or, oh, it's not a big deal, we all right, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, and then like what he said, as far as the back door open, the back door is opening at this point because I told you. So
Yeah, talk to it,
What's that, Mr. Touch your neighbor? Touch your neighbor and say spell
when he
key.
said that, I was like, oh, you know, that makes sense because, you know, I'm telling you, you're not making no changes. And
Well, see, now again, that goes back to what I think what Jeff said. That, and we said earlier, women do the same stuff.
Yeah.
Do the same stuff. You know, the whole back door, and often people do stuff they shouldn't do, usually for two reasons: either they're selfish as hell or they hurt.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think go back to like what you're saying, like even the questions what you asking and what you tapping on, it's like how you said, if you get in the front seat before then when we come to this question, you're not getting, CP or UP, everything is like 100% going straight to the right direction.
Exactly.
You hot here, you ask your questions, so
Yeah. So Dale,
for sure.
your greatest hurt.
I don't know.
Oh, you got it. You got it. You got it. You get on the camera.
Greatest hurt. No, I take that back. I think I put more. You said it earlier. I showed off my cards. So like when I showed off my cards, and then it was like I want to pick them all up. I'm like, all right, seeing it, I'm gonna pick these up and put them back in my pocket. Like, no, leave them down there. Like, nah, I don't want to leave them down there. And so like at that point, it was causing like well, why you want to pick up? Why you want to like? It was causing that, and it was like, it ain't that.
You trying to protect
I want to
yourself.
just be me. Like, let me just. I love you, but let me be me. We just, and it was just kind of, it was giving that. So I don't know. I guess showing too much of myself. I'll say that. That's probably wrong. And it kind of like at the end, it wasn't like any time saying it's not like bad or nothing like that. It just caused like a lot of like friction. It was just like, it made me think like I'd never do that again, ever.
So the friction was almost like, this is, I don't like you without all this. I don't really want you. I wanted all that you were showing me.
No, not saying that. It was just I wanted you. The minute I stopped, the minute I wanted to kind of scale back on what I was showing you, it was kind of like, why you doing like what's making you do that now? Like and then it turned into like a nag.
What made you want to scale back? You started
okay.
red flags, what they call them?
No, not saying red flags. It was just more so like it was just kind of like I was giving more all of myself, and it was just like I ain't have no time for myself, like to be like that safe space to just be like, all right, I just want to just be me and nobody else. Like let me just be me and just chill and do what I want to do with my time when I want to do it. And it was like, nah, that's our time. You made that our time. So now let's do it on. Yeah, almost possessive. Yeah, and it was just kind of like, yeah, I'll never do that again. Like it just kind of. I don't want to say like it hurt me, but like it hurt me to become the person that I had to be because you wanted to do all that. So I was like, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Zakaria.
Okay, so my biggest hurt was looking in the mirror. I was a mean person. I used to say things I didn't
You were a
mean.
mean person?
I used to say things I didn't mean. And a lot of it had to do with, she mentioned it earlier, something about having a wall. I have had a wall for as long as I can remember. And it took for me to, it was this girl who I was friends with, and it took for her to like really cry in front of my face and let me know like, God, I love you, but I cannot do this. You always saying things you don't mean, I feel like you don't really care about how I feel. You always dismaying my feelings, etc., etc. And then I was always the person like, why you don't care about my feelings? Like my feelings matter, but I never put myself in a position to be like, okay, to be considerate of someone else. It came down to a point where I was like looking around and I'm like, dang, I don't have nobody around me. But it was simply because I ran everybody out. I ran everybody away. That's my biggest.
So you ran everybody away?
Yeah, me realizing that I was the problem. That was my biggest hurt.
What's up, Jared? Your greatest hurt.
My greatest hurt.
Somebody say you look sweet and
It
Say what it is.
Yes, sir.
Not ashamed. I think my greatest hurt was not showing that I cared, was like I did, because I'm just my personality. I'm very like in the beginning of me, I'm just very just like everything cool. Like I don't show everything at one time. Like you got to take a minute for you to reveal stuff. Even when years time, when years pass, you still gonna have to keep like you gonna keep know me, get to know me every day. I think with certain things like going through with that person, like I really ain't show that I did care, but I cared. It just I ain't really want to reveal that all at one time. Like that's too fast. At my pace, we can walk it off, and then realizing like, hey man, you can't be so stubborn and get stuck in your own ways to where you can't, be not saying approachable, but kind of like flexible. Like my dad always told me, like in any situation you be in, you got to know how to adjust. Like adjustment in everything, whether it's you doing music, playing sports. If you're not into something, if you're not thriving, you gotta be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, okay, what am I doing wrong? Adjust. I think in that situation, I was so stubborn, like, when I ain't adjusting, like, she started talking to me, I can go to somebody else, like, come on, I'm MG now, like, you feel me? That's my mindset, but in having that mindset, you gotta understand, like, you can't always be like that. You can't be so stubborn until not open up your mind.
All right, so we got some comments. Somebody say the one in the blue is real quiet. Somebody say he my favorite though. So somebody else say, I bet she is extremely hard. Who's that? Marcella?
Yeah.
Oh, that's for you?
Cause you know I do.
All right, so somebody else asked, here's the question. What have they learned from failed relationships? So if you had a failed relationship, let me see your hand. If you had a failed relationship.
Of course.
I bet. So what have y'all learned from your failed relationship? One word.
Don't do it.
Follow my gut. If my gut says, hey, this is, I gotta go with it. It took me a whole 3 months to go with what my gut already told me. It took for me to be driving in my car and for God to send me a message and say, look,
I already told you that.
make a decision. So yeah.
Dope. All right, so how you put that in a word?
I said,
Intuition. I bet. What you said?
I said my word is patience.
So failed relationship taught you patience. How?
In two ways, being patient with myself. There's no rush to be anything or any place than where I am right now. Take my time, and I'll get there. And then number two, there's no rush on a commitment. Take your time to really understand what you're getting into.
So is it your hope, Regine, that you will attract someone that has done that type of self-work as well?
Oh, okay. Quick testimony. So, so I understood, I found out why I'm in this season right now. I realized God needed to put me in a place where I can listen to Him. And in this season, in my singleness and just understanding like what I want, what I don't want, I had a revelation that the man that is for me, God, like what I'm doing right now, God is doing the same thing with him. And that we're going to meet at like the right time. I'm talking everything I've unpacked, he's unpacked. We're going to have some things to still kind of work on that we can work on together. But I've come to the revelation that I'm not settling until that man is in my forefront.
How will you know that? You just
waiting
know?
on God.
Intuition? Is it intuition?
Yeah, I'm waiting on God.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it that intuition to wait.
And here's the other thing that's behind you.
You got a word on it.
Come on. So here's the other thing that's behind that. Once you get with them, and after you've done your self work, you will realize that there's some stuff. There's a laundry list, not a few things, a laundry list of stuff in you that you didn't know to work on because the friction that brought it out was never there. It wasn't there until he showed up, and all of a sudden, it's a whole laundry list of stuff that you got to work on you with that would have never shown up about you until the friction came.
And I keep hearing the word wait, so that's why I said patience.
Got it.
Because
All right.
anytime I think about dating, I'm just saying just wait.
All right, Jeff.
So,
She kind of, I ain't gonna lie, she in her bag. She in her bag. I feel like I feel like it's timing. I feel like it's patience. I feel like, yeah, just like she said, the fastest way to success is taking everything slowly.
Okay. All right, bet. So what does it look like in your relationship with you, though?
What you mean?
Like, when you meet a girl, are you looking to take it slow immediately, or you taking it slow in single life? When you see her, you going full force?
I feel like there's no such thing. I feel like with me, everything is about because I'm such like big on vibe, big on energy. Nothing forced. Yeah, it just happened. Like it just happened. Now, I can put you up under the fire. I can, I can push up on you and like see like how you're gonna react to my push up. But I just feel like everything is just, everything about that connection. And like I said, I'm just so big on vibe. It's like it's a feeling. It's like it's nothing you can really explain. You can explain. It's just like when you feel it. You're like, okay, yeah, that's the feeling, with this, with level 1. All right, now when we go to level 2, you're like, that's that feeling. I don't feel like nothing got to really be explained. I mean, it's just a feeling. It's just a feeling.
All right, Marcelo, so what have you learned from failed relationship? In a word. You can explain it too, but.
You get my situation back and forth on and off. Someone once told me, like I was venting to her, and she told me, when you get tired, you'll know, and that's when you'll leave, or that's when we'll just stop trying. Because it was like every 3 months I was coming to her with business and going off. I would never come to her with good stuff, with all of that stuff. And one day she told me that, and I was like, "You're right." And then the next day me and him was good. So in a sense, I don't know how to put it in one word, but that is true. It kind of piggyback off the intuition thing. Like when you know you're tired, that's when you will walk away. It might take a couple months, might take a couple years, but I don't know how to put it in one word.
All right, so. Okay.
Intuition. She said intuition
All right.
as well.
Jared and then Dale.
A word I would use, I'd probably say, I say trust. When I say about trust, meaning trust that you know who you are. Just from leaving a situation, trust that you know who you are. What, like you said, what you gonna stand for and what you ain't gonna stand for. So, and then knowing knowing what your boundaries are. Like, knowing like, all right, when I get put in that position, I'm not gonna go back there again. Cause I know that's where it went wrong at. So it's kind of like I said, just put it in like people that know sports. Like, let's say you lose a game. Most people don't be mad that you lost the game. They be mad that you don't know how you lost the game. So if you don't know how you lost the game, you're gonna be in trouble.
Because you're not again.
Right, because the next game you can do the same mistakes. So not making those same mistakes and trusting that you've learned and that you've had growth. So I think that's almost like a trust and growth thing.
Okay. All right.
Growing from your past.
Dale.
Patience.
Why you say that?
This patience, just in decision making, in what I do, what I say, how I move. Like everything I'm saying, everything ain't meant to be said, or it's maybe meant to be said, just not meant to be said at that time. Because I'm real flippant about that. Don't say the wrong stuff. It may come out. But It's like everything ain't meant to be said. Everything might ain't meant to be said. Or even in a decision that you make, maybe it ain't time for you to do that for that person just yet. Maybe you need to wait a little bit more until she show a little bit more worthiness of that. Or, you know, just or in the decision that I make and with what I decide to do, just patience, taking your time.
All right. So, Marquita, you answer that. What have you learned from failed relationships?
Ooh.
Take your time. Oh my God.
Walk with me, Lord.
And then y'all got married people here, so if y'all got a question to throw at us after this.
What have I learned from fair relationships? Let him lead. Let him lead. Don't always try to. Pretty much, don't be silly. Don't always just let stuff slide and try to patch it up and try to make. I'm being the one to make everything better. Or I'm being the one to try to make it work. So let's do this, let's do that, because I'm trying to lead us down this path. And if you're not the right guy, you're not going to go. You're going to buck every time. So if we're not walking on this path together, and you should be leading since, you know, the Bible says that you're the head, then I should allow you to do that.
All right. Cool. Y'all got questions?
That's 2 snaps.
No, someone in the chat asked the question.
What's the question?
It says, how would you know when you're ready to date again?
How would you know when you're ready to date again? That's not really the question. The question is, how will you know when you're ready to trust again?
Right.
Because you're ready to date.
Nobody wants to be alone.
Yeah, nobody want to be alone. You're ready to date. It's how you know when you're ready to trust again. You don't. You don't know that. Because there is not, I'm
You
ready.
really got to take a leap
You just have to decide to
and
trust again.
make a decision.
Trust is, I say it all the time, trust
Yep.
is not earned. Most people say trust is earned. Trust is not earned, trust is given. Distrust is earned. So when you decide I'm ready to give you my trust, because that's what the real thing is. Not if I'm ready to date. I've been ready to date. Most people are on that. Am I ready to trust? And not to make you earn it, because you don't earn it. You just give it to them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What's your field? What did you
I
learn?
think that's my problem. I feel like people are supposed to earn my trust,
Yeah.
and I just don't give it to them. And that be where the friction come at for me in a lot of my relationships, friendships, relationships. I don't trust nobody.
But what that really mean is that, I'm asking you a question. What that really mean is that you say you want them to earn your trust. What that really mean is that you want them to perform for you.
To prove that they're worthy of your trust. All
And
that.
you make them dance until you like the
You
dance.
decide
And to be honest though, not to get too, I look at it from like, just like when Jesus came, you know, not to get too spiritual, but when Jesus came and died for our sins, like, who deserved that? Like,
Right.
So I just feel like if he did that for us, like, I'm not saying he's supposed to just leave your wallet around anybody and just trust.
Right.
No, I ain't saying that. Bro.
That's wisdom now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but what I'm saying is that you can, like, it's the simple things of trusting somebody. Like, hey, like if I tell you, you know, handle the situation for me, I can trust you to do that, because at the end of the day, I feel like I see the post. Everybody deserves grace.
Yeah.
Whether you the person that shot somebody at mama, that person still deserves grace.
Yep.
Like,
somebody.
we are not here to judge nobody to say you don't deserve it, or you deserve, you know what I'm saying, to be on the first flight to heaven, or you deserve second class. Everybody deserves a chance.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? But you gotta use wisdom. I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
With this generation.
And see, that's the difference. Trust is given. Wisdom needs to kick in after you get that trust.
Yeah. Right.
So the thing I learned from failed relationships is self-growth. I was a problem in all my relationships.
Somebody said he ain't learned nothing. He just got more stubborn.
Yeah, I was a problem in all relationships. And the reality is that all y'all, that's everybody's testimony. You were the
Don't
problem.
put us in the boat
Oh, you
with
were
you.
too.
Don't
You
put
were
us
the
in the
problem.
boat. Tell your
You were the
testimony.
problem in all your relationships. Yeah.
Realizing what
were the problem in all your relationships. Even if the problem was trying to hold on to something, you know that.
What? No.
But no, that wasn't their problem. That was your problem. But if the problem was trying to make something happen, and they showing you that it ain't gonna happen, that was your problem. So realizing self growth. Where do I need to grow? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I learned.
Last question.
God bless you.
God bless you. Does everyone want to be married someday? Like, what is your future?
Reggie said yes. Quick, boy. I said them 2 years is over. Them 2 years is over.
I want to be married. That's something I pray about. I pray about my husband. That I'm so avid in that. It's for me. I know it is because, like I said, I was just talking to Lady M. I'm now seeing so many healthy marriages and relationships that growing up I didn't see that. So I didn't know. I used to say, I don't know if I'm getting married. I don't know if I want kids. Now that whole narrative has changed. I'm seeing so many healthy examples. I want a ring. I want the wedding. I want the children.
Come
I
on,
want the
Reggie.
family. Yes, I want it.
So what was the question, Anya?
What's your vision?
You gonna be married?
Yeah, pretty much you're gonna be married, but what does your vision look like in your relationship?
What'd you say, Bishop?
I'm gonna be tripping. Was Jesus married?
Was Jesus married?
I'm on my last word first. Before I put myself, keep it
This dude say was Jesus married?
That's something to think about.
Like, Jared, why you got the girl? What you chasing? I said, I'm chasing him, not them. Like, that's for real. Like, and then I feel like, I won't deny marriage, but that's not at the forefront right now. I feel like that. Because if it was at the forefront, I feel like I gotta put it in my sight.
Because I was chasing him, but he allowed me to do a couple of rest stops.
Rest stop.
Yeah. And then I put them to the side again, stop chasing him again.
Hey.
Rest area 41 miles. All right, so it's not at your priority list. On top of your priority list.
I mean, if it's in his will. It's a will and a perfect will.
Somebody say what?
Somebody say you're today's Paul. Serve the bodies.
All right, Zakaria.
I do.
So the whole traditional marriage, children.
So, I don't really know if I want kids or not. I don't want to say I don't know if I want kids or not, because before I just didn't want no kids because everything that I see, single moms. My mom was a single mom. My grandma was a single mom, and her mom was a single mom. The only real, thing that I have of marriage is my auntie, and she stays in Fort Lauderdale, and I don't want to. And then my other auntie Stacy, she also stays in Fort Lauderdale. But me personally, yes, I do want marriage. I want somebody that I can do business with. So somebody that I can go into business with. Somebody that I can.
Why?
That's what I like. Because that's what I like. Most women, they want the marriage, the kids, and all of that. The kids could come later. I wanna be able to go into business with the man that I love, build a business together,
So he has to be business minded?
Yeah, he has to be very business minded. He has to.
Well, marriage is a business.
Yeah, it is, but outside of our marriage.
I mean, but what if he's just a solid, you know what I mean? I'm going to work, the
See,
bills
that's
is
not
covered,
okay. No, that's
I'm
not
taking care of
okay.
everything.
Yeah, what about supporting though? What about
So he needs to be an entrepreneur for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you saying what about a support?
yeah, like
you don't
he
work at
embrace-
all?
No, I'm just saying like no. You saying like to what extent when you say in business, like what you mean like?
Like we
some
can
people
go and
don't
get
have
us a
business,
franchise
or we-
together. Franchises, they're like $10,000. We can go get us a franchise together, and I run the franchise. I'm there. He handles the back
So
end of
if
it.
he had the money and you run it,
And that's not that's not what I'm saying. It ain't gotta be about money. If I have the $10,000 and he got the platform, the business platform, we going into business.
But what if he doesn't have that, but he has the excellent support system though? Just support, like,
at the end
I
of the
believe
day,
in
you
you.
gotta give something. That's all it is.
But that's
And-
giving.
So
But
I'm
you,
for it.
but I'm saying, but you're saying that that's not specifically. You don't want that type of giving. Just supporting you, Zakari, to do what you want to do.
I'm not speaking specifically at all. I just would like to marry somebody who is business
That
oriented.
is specific between you.
But she said, I guess what I'm
Because what y'all are saying is
They go that direction. I was waiting on it.
Don't do that. I understand. She wants somebody like this is our message.
somebody who just doesn't think going to work every day, getting up going to work every day, oh, if I put in 45 hours here, I'm gonna get this much on my check. Like, no, they pay. Look, I was like a rage room. That's something that's been on my mind lately. A mobile rage room.
But what if you don't get that?
That's fine. No,
Oh,
I'm not saying that. That's what it
That's
has
a deal
to
breaker.
be.
So it's not a deal
No,
breaker.
it's not a
That's
deal
what we're
breaker.
trying to get at.
No, it's not a deal breaker. But if my man,
So is Cyrus business minded?
he is. He's very career.
His name is Stevie.
His
Take
name
the
is
bad name out.
His name is
Stevie.
All right, cool. All right. I get it. So wait a minute. Let me go back. First off, Daddy McIntyre is on the line. Are we going? That's how that.
God bless you. God bless you.
He said that's Daddy Bishop.
He said, "Are you afraid of marriage? Because marriage ain't business, beloved. It's work, but not a marriage. Just my opinion. I don't really get what you mean by that, Mrs. Cedric, but I never said I was afraid of marriage. I just said I wanted to be married to somebody who was."
He said he digressed.
So my thing to you, here's my challenge to you, is that the specificity of
Just a business partner.
wanting a guy that you all are going to have to get into business together may be a challenge.
You say what? What if it is a challenge?
No, I'm telling you, it
You
may
say
be a
it
challenge.
I mean, everything is a freaking challenge, but I mean,
Because he may not have a business.
I don't see why.
He may not have a business mind.
Saying that I will want somebody that's business oriented.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, but I'm giving you the challenge. He may not have the business mind that you have, and that may be a turnoff to you after a while.
But like he said, what if he has the support? At the end of the day, if I have what you don't have, but you still giving me that extra push, you're there, whatever. Like, I go to a meeting because I gotta go meet with somebody about a building. You know what I'm saying? You're there, you're with me. At the end of the day.
No, okay, so that's what I'm saying. What if he said, I don't want to be at none of the meetings?
Okay, see, that's a deal breaker.
Okay. Like
That's a deal
Zakaria, go do what you do.
That's a deal
If
breaker.
the money is there,
You want him to be.
go
He
do
has
what
to
you do.
be involved. He has to want to be involved.
But what if he see himself as a counselor to the dream?
As he's
A
what?
cancer.
Answer to your dream.
And that's the deal breaker.
All right, okay, cool. Because you gotta know yourself. You gotta know yourself. All right, Dale. What was the question again, baby?
I forgot the question.
Marriage.
Oh yeah, marriage.
I do. No. I see marriage, but in timing. Marriage isn't nothing. Marriage isn't nothing you cross off your bucket list, because it'll be you and your bucket list if you do it for that
No, that's it.
reason. So yeah, marriage is definitely.
You
I want to be married, but it's like I said, all in timing. It's not nothing. I'm just. Oh yeah, I want to hurry up. Let's go get married. Go to heaven. Let's do this. We work. And, Let's make sure we ready to walk together before we walk together. It's marriage and dating somebody is.
We got the apostle here tonight.
Marriage and dating is two totally different.
Oh, marriage and dating is two totally
It ain't
different.
even close. Like it ain't even.
That's damn wrong our generation. We play house a lot.
Yeah.
We think we know what marriage is, but we really don't.
That's so
Until
true.
it's time to say I do and really put that towards action. They want to say I don't. Like for real,
That's
like we think marriage is just being with somebody, us doing our thing, putting groceries in the house, and we just love wins. But sometimes,
Yeah.
Well, that's really when you learn yourself. That's really when you learn yourself, though.
That's why I say
You gotta play.
that's why I say
Just play. Just play. And when you play, that's when you learn more about yourself.
Because it's easy to say I want to marry you, I love you, this, that, and the third. But let's say we get married and I lose my job and I lose everything.
No.
Then
You heard Zakaria say it. Yeah, get out. That's different.
Love ain't gonna come calling
You miss one more meeting. You got to go.
Oh, yeah. So definitely marriage, but all the time.
All right. Marcel, is marriage in your view?
It is, but right now school is definitely top number one. I do aspire to be married, but right now it's school. My career has always been that.
Okay.
Children?
Children too, yes. I tell people that I want 5 to 6 kids.
Ooh, bless your heart, child.
Bless your heart.
Y'all stretch your hands this way.
I went back to me take 4.
But you want you a nice little living room full of kids.
Yeah, because these kids nowadays, some of them go astray, they're on drugs and doing this, they ain't taking. I mean, if I have enough, one of them will come and make sure mama good when she get old. That's how my mama feels.
All right, Jeff.
Is it, you say is marriage in the view right now? No, it's
Not
not.
right now. It could be down the line.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely a family man. I already know I'm a family man. I'm soft. Yeah, yeah. I am no for real. Like I love family. I'm very family oriented. Yeah, marriage is definitely is in the view.
So marriage is definitely in the view.
Yeah, marriage is definitely in the view. Marriage is definitely in the view.
What's up?
You said who?
Mrs. McIntyre said we take up an offering for Bishop.
You gotta claim it. You gotta see it before it happens. So with who?
I ain't searching no shit.
My son and your dad don't know. You see what he said?
Please send us something. Hold on.
Grandbaby fever like no other.
My mom, she told me, she's like, you got
Take
7
that look at
years
it.
until you out of my house to have a baby. The first year. She's like, Ruby, you trying to have no kids? I'm like, Mom.
Right.
I only been gone
Okay, so we gotta cut this off. But I want to talk about that. It's been Marquita and I be talking about this, that nowadays celebrities do it all the time as well. Like marriage is not even in the picture. It's like let's have kids
Let's
together,
have kids first.
and we don't even have to be together. Have y'all seen that?
And hopefully,
that is not
I seen that.
But that's what's out there now. It's like we're gonna have. I just want to have a
But
kid.
women, or at least girls, a lot of females my age, that's what they own.
They think it's power.
They down to
Hey, that's
lay down
about
with a man and have his baby.
That's daddy man.
That's the
Name
original
say.
over thing. That's what they
I'm sorry. What you say, Cigar?
I said women are young ladies our age. That's what they're for. That's what
That's
they're
their
shooting
end
for.
goal.
A lot of
What's the
females
end goal?
our age not trying to work.
Being domestic.
Have a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a man.
Have that man, baby. That's what they.
Alright.
That's what they shooting for. A lot of females my age, they're not trying to work. They're not trying to do nothing.
That's it.
They
They
just
think
want
it's
to have
a bag. It's a
If they
bag.
can have that baby, they can get whatever they want.
Power.
I've had a female sit down with me and tell me, like, oh, there was a video on Facebook. There was a video on Facebook, and the white girl, she was on there telling him, she was like, "What's the point of getting a job?" She was like, "I get $6,000 from every baby daddy." She got like 7 kids. She said she get like $6,000 in child support from every baby daddy, adding it up.
And she would probably find like the second kid, and that was it.
It's like a way of living now.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because even with
So okay,
child
so let
support
me ask you this:
services.
are you all saying, ladies specifically, that babies are second, marriage is first, or it don't have to be marriage?
For me,
It's marriage.
I want my marriage first and then
And that's just based off of what I've seen a lot of women in my family go through. It's no shade to none of the women. They are wonderful mothers. I wouldn't be here without the community of them. But I realized that I've seen the second part of it, which is it's not always beautiful. It's not always fun. So, no, I do want a marriage first. And I want to be able to spend time with my husband and enjoy my marriage.
Before.
And bring
Right.
kids. Like, I want to really
Yes.
enjoy my marriage. Because some people think that we need to get married to have kids. No, I want to get married. I want to enjoy my marriage. I want to enjoy my husband. I want to really enjoy my foundation before I bring in children. And we got to talk about that.
that's what it is for me. I just don't want to bring kids into something that's discombobulated. You know, we all over the place. We don't really know how we feel about each other. We don't really know if we're gonna end up with each other. You know what I'm saying? Co-parenting is cool when you got two mature adults dealing, but
Is divorce an option?
We need to talk God. We gotta talk to God about that.
it depends on what the
No, we gotta
situation
work on
is.
it.
It's so crazy.
I'm not, because for me, I would hate to stay in something that I'm not comfortable in, that I don't feel loved. If it's time for me to go, I would like to make that decision to go.
But
So,
and
So that's yes?
I don't know.
I'm kind of indifferent about that
Alright,
because
yes.
I do believe that.
Wait, you see what you said? You just told Cyrus. What you told Cyrus? Go ahead.
I'm kind of indifferent about that because I'm like, you're not always gonna enjoy if you gonna have some work. So like, if every time I'm having a work pack, I feel like I'm not feeling this, I gotta get up out of here. No, like I'm gonna have to work.
But if that has become your habit in single life, because in single life, I'm out of this. If it get too rough, I'm out of this. And you've lived single life 10, 12, 15, 20 years, as single, that is the habit. When it gets to that point, my appetite is, let me just, get out of this. So when you get into a marriage, you bring, subconsciously, you bring that appetite and that habit in, because that's what you do in relationships. So, anyway, so divorce, is divorce an option? Marcella?
I would. No, but, you know, certain things happen.
There's certain things you just gotta know for.
Girl, you gonna have 6 kids. You better want to work with real.
Look, I said no because as a child, I never witnessed my mom and my real dad together, romantically, because I was only 3 years old. So I only know my mom to be romantic with my stepdad. And people know, if they know me, they talk to me. If I say, no disrespect, but if I say that my daddy, I'm talking about my stepdad. I've told, well, because this was my last relationship, it was so long, I told him, if you ever, I'm not questioning you, but I'm saying if you was to ask for my hand in marriage, this is who you ask first. But you ask my stepdad first. No disrespect at all, but that's just how I feel. So divorce, being young and not actually witnessing it, because I didn't know what was going on until this other man came and my mom was, dealing with this other man. So for me, I just really don't want that because it does create a disconnect with you and your biological mother or father, whoever whoever you're staying with permanently. So I live with my mom, so there is that disconnect with my dad. So
She don't want it.
Yeah, it's divorce.
I just don't want it.
Don't say no abuse.
I gotta go.
The divorce? That's an option for you?
Yeah, I don't believe in sitting. Just because you're married, you just want to. At some point you'll find yourself forcing it. Depending on what it is. I ain't saying you run up to the smallest thing. I'm not saying you do that because it's.
But what if it's a major thing?
If it's a major thing, we got to go. Hey,
Well, there's no reconciliation, there's no counseling.
The major ball roll your way.
So you disagree?
Yeah, I feel like I don't feel like. So you think no divorce? She cheated on you with your brother. You ain't divorced.
No, Jesus.
That's different.
Yeah, that's not.
Okay, yeah, that's different. But she cheated on you with your brother. Like, period.
I mean, like murder, but not divorce.
Okay, so she cheated. I
But I just feel like I feel like divorce, and I ain't gonna say it's a suck away. I mean, to each his own. But I feel like divorce is like you just quit. I'm not a quitter. Like,
So she cheated on you, period. I ain't with your brother, that's extreme. But she cheat on you, you're gonna stay.
I'm gonna be hurt, but we gotta work through this because when I say I do, that means I'm committed to you and to us being together, not in circumstances for rich or for poor, to death do us part, right? Like it's like when we get married. Like I think people don't understand what marriage really is. I ain't just saying because I'm married, but I'm just saying like the depths of it. Like it says the marriage is when two become one. It's biblical, right? When two become one. So if we become one, like as soon as something comes out, we can't just say, oh, well, nah, you go your way, I go my way. Like, then when I'm married, I should stay boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, infidelity happens. Like, ain't no marriage perfect. Like, I don't know. I just feel I
feel like there's a reason. Somebody got gambling issue.
I feel like
I mean, it could be a whole bunch of different
With
things.
somebody that you love genuinely, somebody that you love, respect, trust, and all that good stuff. It's just certain things, certain lines you don't cross. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not true.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true. But let me.
Love comes in apart, all lines get crossed though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess
That's true.
When love's coming apart, all lines get great.
But
That's
okay.
real. That's
You
good.
good?
But
I guess I ain't never loved.
but it's not
nobody.
about. Let me let Jeff answer. But and I'm gonna come back to that.
I look at it like this. I don't know. And I got my mama ways with, you know, everybody got to pay account to God about something. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it. And with a paying, you know, I'm for real. Like we're paying that account. It's like I don't believe. I do believe. I do believe in the. It's just all about your interpretation with the death do us part thing. You can't pick and choose how we gonna use it. Everything I feel like is about the interpretation thing. But I don't believe in standing something when I don't believe in standing in a situation when it has an expiration date and we're trying to create this other date. You know what I'm saying? Of like, yeah, basically like I do feel like things have an expiration date, and especially I do feel like when you reach an expiration date, we can come together and make new expiration dates. But once you've you see no growth in this situation, and now the next step is you spend a couple of years stagnant, and then after stagnant, unhappy, and after unhappy, you're killing yourself. So I just don't really feel like you only get one life. So it's like pay the. I mean, you know.
You don't want nothing with an expiration date. You want non-perishable item. Because we ain't got no expiration date. Ain't nobody
Right. No, I ain't saying everything has an expiration date. I'm talking about what once like you've made. I'm saying okay, well.
No, we
I
just
don't-
going. No,
Yeah,
I'm not
okay.
talking
Yeah,
about
no, I'm gonna say that.
Go on, expound.
What I'm saying with expiration date, what I'm saying is we create the expiration date when
By
we
baby,
right by the lack of this is no longer growing or like everything we make it like for me, and I feel like what most relationships like have they fist bumps because basically like our system crashes when we don't take each other out of our bodies and you make it about you and I make it about me. So it's like when we don't do that, now we make it an expiration date because we're not making it about each other or like it's the first day that we met every day when we wake up or whatever. So I just feel like, you know, anyway, however it is, like we create these expiration dates by the stagnant elevation.
It's like a tally.
Yeah.
You start tallying up
Yeah,
everything.
that's just how I feel.
So love, and we're gonna shut this down. Love does not make you not cheat. Genuine love, you just love me, and it's just real genuine love. That doesn't stop cheating.
You know,
That doesn't stop.
Decision.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because
It
love
is a
takes
decision.
work. People think that love is just supposed to be there.
It's a
It's
decision.
not a word, it's an action.
It takes work. When you love somebody, you gotta show
Everything
them.
you do.
You gotta make them
is a
feel it.
choice.
Like it's like me telling you I love you, but I don't do nothing to show you or make you feel like I love
Right.
you.
I feel
So love,
Love everything.
so love is not work. Relationship is work.
Relationship is work, so love is effort.
No, love is a choice. Love is a decision.
Love is
Now that I've made the decision to love you, I need to work
And put it
on
in
whatever
effort.
comes. Like with a parent, I don't have to love to work you. I love you, but I do need to work on wanting to even be bothered with you. I don't probably like you. I already my child and I love you. Or I don't like the behaviors. Or I don't like what you bring. So that's the work. Actually working this relationship out with you, with the person that I love. Love is not work. Love is a decision and it don't change. And if it changes, it never was love.
correct. That's how I feel. That's why when you asked about the marriage thing too, I was like,
So do you believe in divorce?
Do I believe in divorce? No, I don't believe in divorce. I do understand divorce, but I don't believe it.
Yeah, that's a good
Understand. That's a good. I'm with yours.
I just is me, like that's how I look at it. Like if you cheat on me, you ain't really, I I don't like, goddamn, like when I ain't, well, I don't know. I guess I'm just the type of person. But if I ain't doing, just tell me. You ain't got to patty cake it. You ain't got to go do what you want to do.
But it's not about you.
I don't know.
When you say cheating,
It ain't about you.
cheating ain't always necessarily like laying together.
So it
You know what I'm saying? Like cheating be
you responding back to
you can be unconsciously cheating on her too. You can unconsciously be cheating on her. You basically cheating on when you're not meeting the expectations of her, but you meeting yours and you fulfill and she ain't fulfilled. You cheating on her.
Cheating on the marriage.
I mean, it's just you gotta
Because cheating is not
It's heavy.
about the other person.
Hello.
Like you said, well, just tell me what I'm doing wrong. You ain't doing nothing wrong.
Yeah,
I just had a selfish moment.
Right.
Nothing to
correct.
do with you.
And that's why I said we have to take self out of like.
Right.
I feel like once you, and that's with any situation. Like
And there's no excuse to that either. It's just I was selfish.
That's it.
correct.
We mad you can't be selfish. You are one.
We are one.
You are me. We are we.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the selfishness can come with I like attention, or it was fun, or I was drunk.
Now they'll try to blame it on you and say you
Well,
wasn't
you weren't doing this.
for me.
You weren't
You
doing
ain't
that.
this for me. Or
Every
you
time I
made
try to
me
talk to
feel,
you,
you know, all that kind of
But I
stuff.
feel like from jump, that's what they wanted. You feel me? They just needed a reason. You know what I'm saying? They needed to validate it. Them going out doing whatever they did. You know what I'm saying? Well, you was like, I had a friend who got married 3 months before her wedding. Her husband cheated on her. Her fiance cheated on her. Like tried to have a whole relationship, but she went along with the marriage simply because she felt like it was embarrassing to say, "Hey, yeah, I'm not getting married."
So are they still married? You know what he's doing? What he was doing before the marriage.
And that's peace.
Poly.
So you don't think you should divorce
That's
her?
poly spirit.
Poly like, huh?
So you don't think you should divorce her? Or she should divorce him?
But what was the point? I'm saying from a man's perspective, why ask a woman to marry you? You know what I'm saying?
Because they may really want to be married to you,
Wait, what's the
but
question?
they just
Why ask a woman to marry you? And in the midst of y'all, you know what I'm saying, tying the knot, getting y'all things together, you step out and basically have a whole nother relationship with a whole nother woman, telling her like, yeah, this is what I'm looking for in a woman.
Because I felt like I can do that. I mean, I love me.
Harry, okay?
So he's selfish.
Yeah.
Men do what y'all allow us to do. Like, you allow me to do that? Like you said,
Yeah.
I cheated on you. You married me still?
yeah, she allowed that,
Yeah.
and she taught him that this is okay.
All right, y'all say goodnight.
Nice.
Bye, y'all. Y'all share this. Share. Share this live. Y'all give it up for all my guests tonight. Thank y'all for coming, man.
Thank you.
Great conversation. Yeah. People saying they really love this session.
And
So.
one more plug for fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh, download fun.
Fun.
Streaming everywhere right now.
Follow us on
Everywhere.
IG MG3 International. Fun. Available on all platforms.
Yeah.
MG3 Fun.
Even Jesus had fun.
Yeah.
Had fun too.
Talk about it.
Go download the music. It's called Fun on all platforms. It's called Fun. It's Zakar, you typing it in there?
She got fast fingers.
What am I?
MG3 International.
I got that word stick already.
Not you. Type it in there for everybody else. So y'all go and follow MG3 International on all platforms, IG, Twitter, Facebook, and also download Fun, the music. All right. Peace, y'all.
Peace out.
Bye.